to go from one place to another place जहाँ पे rivers होते थे, and then they will start living in that place. Ranveer, sit straight, please. Okay. So in the Indus Valley civilization, those people went near that river, near the Indus. In the Egyptian Valley civilization, they went near the entire set of people who were living. The best river that was there around the Egyptian area was which river? Vihan, which river was there around Egypt?
River Nile.
Thank you. Tanishka and Pranav, which river was there around the first civilization that we studied? There were two rivers, the twin rivers, early river civilization. It was around Mesopotamia. कौन से दो rivers थे वहां पे? Which were the two rivers? Which were the two rivers? You first open your mic, then you can think. Open your mic first. Which were the two rivers in the Mesopotamia age?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ranveer.
Tigris and Euphrates.
Arre wow, Tigris and Euphrates. Very good. Who can tell me the three rivers around the Chinese civilization? Three rivers around.
Ma'am,
Yes, Vihan, which one?
ma'am, the Sea River. The Sea River.
Wait. Vihan is saying something. Vihan, what was that? Please repeat.
Huangho.
Huangho, yes.
Yangtze.
Absolutely right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good job. Good job. मतलब पढ़ के सब दिमाग में है अभी, बह नहीं गया रिवर के साथ. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, the Vedic civilization, okay, listen to me carefully. The Vedic civilization also happened around rivers. We will come across the name of the rivers, but these rivers you have heard very commonly. Okay, so when I tell you the river, you will be say, अच्छा, अब वहां से यहाँ से इतना पास आ गया civilization. Okay, the two rivers that we will learn that were very instrumental, that were very important, that were very necessary for the Vedic age civilization were the Ganga and Yamuna. We've all heard about the Ganga and Yamuna. Yeah. So now the Vedic civilization is coming closer to where we live, isn't it? Now they have come into India. First we learnt about Mesopotamia, which was around Iran. Yeah. Then we came to Egyptia, which Nile was there. Then it came to China. Now we are going to learn about, then we learnt about the Indus Valley civilization, which was in the northern part of India. Now we are going to learn about the civilization which is around us, which is around the rivers of Ganga and Yamuna. Okay? All right. Now on that note, I'm going to start a video. I'm going to start a video. This will give you a small information. This is more like an introduction. This video is more like an introduction to the Vedic age civilization. Okay? Let's watch the video. Pay attention and let's watch the video. One moment, kids, one moment.
Welcome to another session with the Open Book. Today, let's take a brief look at the Vedic age. But before we get into the Vedic age, we need to talk a little bit about the Aryans. We know that some of the earliest excavations in India date back to 2200 BC and are associated with the Indus Valley civilization. Now, around 8...
Remember, 2000 years ago, Indus Valley civilization. This was our previous chapter. Okay, Indus Valley civilization was our previous chapter. बस इसके पहले chapter number 2 था Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley किसके around हुआ था? Indus River के around. Okay, let's go ahead.
1800 BC, the urban or city-based civilization in the Indus Plains declined.
Who can tell me which one is this? Who can tell me ये कौन सा है? ये कौन सा civilization है? ये कौन सा city system?
इंडस।
इंडस है? ओ, ये कौन सा सिटी है? ये क्या है?
मैम मोहनजोदारो।
ओहो,
जिगरट।
नहीं रे, ये कौन सा है? Which one is this? Look at this. Don't you remember
मैम
this?
दैट इज जिगरट। जिगरट।
जिगरट, करेक्ट। जिगरट कहाँ पे था? कौन से सिविलाइजेशन में जिगरट बना था?
मेसोपोटामिया।
मेसोपोटामिया, करेक्ट। Okay, here we go.
Declined. A new culture and civilization emerged in India with the coming of the Aryans.
Now, the Vedic civilization is also something that you can think of as India का कैसे civilization हुआ, India के अंदर लोग कैसे आए, how did they start living around this in the city, and how did they bring about new things that today Indians are following. Okay, listen कि उनका journey कौन से country से होते हुए India में आए ये लोग. Let's see. These are our ancestors. हमारे पूर्वज. Okay, our ancestors, हमारे पूर्वज.
Aryans came from the Russian steppes in the area around Caspian Sea. The people who lived in this area spoke languages that are now recognized as part of the Indo-European family of languages. The Aryans entered India from Central Asia between 2000 BC and 1500 BC. This large group of nomadic cattle herders crossed the Hindu Kush mountains and came in contact with the Indus Valley civilization. Soon they settled down in India and began to spread their empire, pushing previous inhabitants deeper south. But how do we know so much about the Aryans? We read about them in the Vedas. The Vedas are the most important source of information about the Aryans. Written between 1000 to 500 BC, the Vedas have provided historians quite a bit of information about the Aryans. There are 4 Vedas in all: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. The Rig Veda is the oldest of these and contains 1028 hymns dedicated to gods such as Agni, Varun, and Indra. The period when the Vedas were written and when the Vedic way of life thrived is called the Vedic Age. This period roughly lasted somewhere between 1500 BC and 600 BC. It is divided into 2 major parts: the later Vedic Age, which lasted from 1000 BC to 600 BC, and the early Vedic Age, which spanned the 500 years before 1000 BC. The Aryans were divided into tribes. The tribes were cattle breeders and were called Jana or Vish. The Vedic king or Rajan was the leader of the tribe. He protected his people from the enemies, maintained law and order, and offered prayers on behalf of the tribe. He was assisted by the priest or Purohit and assemblies of elders called Sabha and Samati. The Sabha was an assembly of selected people, while Samati consisted of the entire tribe and anybody could express his or her opinion. The Aryans were a fiercely social group of people. The family or Kul was the basic unit of their society. The father was the head of the family and was called Grihapati. Several families formed a grama or village. In the early Vedic society, women were highly respected. They attended assemblies and public meetings and could also choose their husbands through a ceremony called Swayamvara. Ancient.
Have you all heard of Swayamvara? We've all heard of Swayamvara. Sita Swayamvar, Draupadi Swayamvar, सुना है ना? जहाँ पे the princess is getting an opportunity to meet as many probable husbands as possible, and from them she will choose one. So she has the right to choose a husband for herself. So that's called Swayamvara. Swayam means me, Vara means husband. I will choose my own husband. That is the culture.
Ancient scholars like Patanjali and Katyayana mention that women were educated on par with men in the early Vedic period. Let's talk a little bit about the social classes during the Vedic period. The Rig Veda tells us about 3 social classes based on the kind of work that they did. The Brahmins or priests performed worship for the welfare of the king and the people. The Kshatriyas or warriors protected the people. and the Vaishyas comprised the common folk. The Shudra class emerged by the end of the Vedic period. There was another class of people called the Dasas. These were probably the descendants of the Harappan people and served their Aryan masters. But how did this social structure work with their economic life? Let's find a little about that. In the Vedic age, agriculture and animal husbandry were the two main occupations, and wheat, barley, and rice were cultivated on a large scale, and they bred cattle, horses, sheep, goats, and dogs. The Aryans also knew the art of weaving, chariot making, carpentry, leather, and metalwork and pottery. They primarily ate barley cakes, milk, ghee, fruits, vegetable, and meat. Their dresses were made up of cotton and wool. The Aryans were also great sportsmen. Their favorite pastimes included chariot racing, hunting, horse racing, playing dice, music, and dance. The Aryans were primarily pastoral people. They feared nature and regarded it as sacred. The sun, wind, and the rain became their gods and goddesses. Indra was the god of thunder, Agni was fire, Vayu was the wind, while Surya was the sun god. Among the female deities, Aditi was the goddess of the cosmic order, Usha the goddess of dawn, and Aranyani the forest goddess. Prayers were chanted in the open, and fire was an important part of all religious rituals. Yagnas or sacrifices were performed to please the deities for the protection of cattle and also for the growth of their family lines. Thanks to their strongly social nature and structured norms of living, the Aryans prevailed over the existing cultures, and the Vedic age was a long one, and Aryan thinking dominated the Indian subcontinent for a good 1,400 years and went on to influence a lot of the Indian culture that we have today. Thanks so much for watching.
Good, understood. So this was the entire chapter number 3 in a gist. Okay, पूरा chapter number 3 जो वैदिक civilization या फिर Indian civilization बोल सकते हैं, इसका एक छोटा सा glimpse था. All right, now I am going to show you 1 minute. Now I am going to show you one more video, and after that we also have a third video. Now this second video will show a little bit of things in details. Okay, please sit straight and pay attention. I'm repeating myself, sit straight. Why do we need to sit straight? One, it's good for your spine. It keeps your spine straight. You are growing children, you are going to grow tall. You start to stoop. तुम्हारा वो spine grow नहीं करेगा. And for 3 hours you're sitting in the class, no? I know sometimes you want to stretch. So every half an hour, you're getting your breaks. Okay. But otherwise, sit up straight. It's good for your back. Okay. Let's go on to the next video. Just give me a moment until I pull that up. Okay. That's coming up. All right.
We get into the Vedic age, we need to talk a little bit about the Aryans.
1 minute.
We know that some of the earliest excavations
is not going fine. Just give me a moment. Okay, can you all see it, hear it? Here we go.
The Vedic Age. The Aryan invaders were primarily nomads. They were not accustomed to the urban way of life. They cleared forests near riverbanks and settled in small villages. The Aryan Ancient villages were simple structures which formed the basis for architecture in India. These huts were very basic, circular, and with thatched roofs over bamboo logs. Fences of wood and bamboo surrounded the settlement for protection against wild animals. Soon, the demand for fertile land grew and rivalry spread. Groups of villages joined forces, and thus small cities or clans called Vees were born. A group or clan formed a Jana, and their leader was the Rajan or king. The city buildings were made almost entirely from wood, and walls protected each city. The Vedic carpenters became skilled at constructing timber structures, and their techniques were used in stone constructions of the future. During this period, the barter system flourished. Coins were introduced for trade and were called the Nishka. It was during the Vedic age that the caste system was born. Due to work specialization, different classes of society developed. The Aryans made the single largest contribution to the Indian religion through Sanskrit. It was during this age that the Vedas were most composed. These sacred scriptures included Atharva Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda. Two of the greatest epics were also composed during this period, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. These tell us a great deal about the culture, society, and religion of the people of that era.
Okay, little more information that the Ramayana and the Mahabharata were written in this time. So this is where we get most of our culture from. हमारा जो अपब्रिंगिंग है, हमारा जो घर का कल्चर है, वो सब इस समय से आया था हमारे पास. Tanishka, you have any questions? You're looking a little restless. Everything okay? सब ठीक है? सब ठीक है ना? Okay, cool. So then I will go on to the third and the final video for today.
Manuscripts. Indian literature dates back to the courts of monarchs over 5,000 years ago in the form of oral poetry, song, and verse. The literature of ancient India was based in inquiry into questions about life, death, and nature. Even mathematics, astronomy, cosmology, and science were keenly inspected. The oral tradition. The body of shared knowledge was passed down from generation to generation in an oral tradition through performance and experience, which is how even people who do not know how to read and write were very well informed about their own culture. Every generation made their additions to the body of work, but no modifications were made to the original texts, simply because it would mean changing the tune of the song. The written tradition. The representation of language in a textual medium dates at around 4000 BC. The long texts gradually began to be recorded on copper plates, birch, palm leaves, and even paper. Sanskrit has no native script because it was spoken in a purely oral society. When it was written, the scripts used by regional scribes were used, and therefore virtually all major writing systems have been used to create Sanskrit manuscripts. One of the oldest bodies of texts in the world are the Vedas that were created between 1500 to 500 BC. Around the 4th century, a grammarian known as Panini wrote a book called Paniyam, which contained 3,959 linguistic rules. This transformed classical Sanskrit into what is called modern Sanskrit. India is said to have the largest collection of manuscripts in the world, written in a variety of languages and scripts like the Grantha, Devanagari, Nandanagari, and Telugu scripts and multiple languages. The heritage and the history of India is well documented in these treasures. Palm leaf was the most common form of paper in ancient India. The center rib of a palm front was removed, leaving 2 strips. The strips were pressed flat and trimmed to one size and smoothed down by sandpaper. Scribes would use a sharp instrument to actually carve the writing into the surface of the leaf with a black pigment like carbon black. After the leaf was cleaned, the residue remained in these scratches and made the writing visible. These pages were then bound together by a string. The front and back cover of the manuscript would always be a hard material in order for protection, most often adorned and sometimes even made of precious material like ivory.
बहुत सारा वीडियो हुआ आज. So I'm going to quickly go around asking some questions to you all one by one. Vihan, first question to you. In which language were all these textures written? ये जो भी text थे ये कौन सी language में लिखे थे?
हिंदी.
हिंदी? ये सारे थे सब हिंदी लिखे थे? Okay. Tanishka, can you tell me all these Vedas, in which language were they written?
Ma'am, it was in Marathi.
Did they mention the word Marathi anywhere in the video? Did you pay attention to the video at all? एक बार भी ये word Marathi कहीं भी आया क्या?
Hindi.
Ranveer, can you tell me in what language were all these Vedas written?
Ma'am, Urdu.
What? Did they mention the word Urdu anywhere in these languages? Come on, children, are you all joking with me? Are you really serious? Did you hear these words anywhere? Did you all even pay attention to the video? I'm like shocked right now. Urdu. Ranveer, do you know what is Urdu language? Who uses Urdu language?
Urdu people.
No. I'm going to play the video once again. Let me see if that is going to put some thought process into your head once again. Everybody pay attention. You all thought you are just going to sit back, relax and watch the video and walk off? Then no. This is a part of your textbook. Come on, sit down and listen to the video once again.
Invaders were primarily nomads. They were not accustomed to the urban way of life. They cleared forests near riverbanks and settled in small villages. The Aryan villages were simple structures which formed the basis for architecture in India. These huts were very basic, circular, and with thatched roofs over bamboo logs. Fences of wood and bamboo surrounded the settlement for protection against wild animals. Soon, the demand for fertile land grew and rivalry spread. Groups of villages joined forces, and thus small cities or clans called Vees were born. A group or clan formed a Jana, and their leader was the Rajan or king. The city buildings were made almost entirely from wood, and walls protected each city. The Vedic carpenters became skilled at constructing timber structures, and their techniques were used in stone constructions of the future. During this period, the barter system flourished. Coins were introduced for trade and were called the Nishka. It was during the Vedic age that the caste system was born. Due to work specialization, different classes of society developed. The Aryans made the single largest contribution to the Indian religion through Sanskrit. It was during this age that the Vedas were most composed. These sacred scriptures included Atharva Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda. Two of the greatest epics were also composed during this period, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. These tell us a great deal about the culture, society, and religion of the people of that era.
So, my dear children, in what language was it written? Was it Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, or which language? Which language were these Vedas written? I'm not asking for the names of Vedas. I'm asking for which language were they written?
Ortho.
Which language written? Didn't you heard the word Sanskrit?
No, ma'am, I didn't hear.
Then I think you were partially listening somewhere else in between. That's why you didn't hear. Okay? They were all written in Sanskrit. They were all written in Sanskrit. Okay? Can you, Vihan, name me the 4 Vedas that were written? Name me the 4 Vedas.
Mahabharata.
Mahabharata is not a Veda. What were the Vedas that were written? Ranveer, can you name me the 4 Vedas that were written?
Samaveda, Athurveda, Janak Veda.
Janak Veda? What is that? What kind of Veda is that? Oh, no, there are only 4 specific types of Vedas. There are no Vedas that come to your mind. Tanishka, can you name me the 4 Vedas? They were the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. Okay? Repeat after me. Rig Veda, which is the oldest form of Vedas. Rig Veda,
Rig Veda,
Yajur Veda,
Yajur Veda,
Sama Veda,
Sama Veda,
Atharva Veda.
Atharva Veda,
Rig Veda,
Rig Veda,
Yajur Veda, Sama Veda,
Sama Veda,
and Atharva Veda.
Atharva Veda.
Ranveer, sit straight. No leaning on your left hand. Okay. So these were the 4 Vedas that were written in the Vedic period. Vedic period में Vedas लिखा है. Vedas का नाम तो जानना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. Okay. All right. ठीक है. Vega? What is Vega? What is Vega?
Veda, no, Veda.
Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda,
Samaveda.
and Atharva Veda.
Atharva Veda.
First one.
Yurveda.
First one. Rig Veda,
Rigveda.
Yajur Veda,
Yajurveda.
Sama Veda,
Atharva Veda.
okay,
Rigveda, Yashurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda.
okay, good. इस वैदिक पीरियड में दो महान स्टोरीज बोले गए थे. वो स्टोरीज का नाम क्या है?
Mahabharata and Ramayana.
Correct. Mahabharata and Ramayana. Okay. What kind of clothes were they wearing? Which material of clothes were they wearing?
Animal skin.
Cotton. They were wearing cotton. Vihan, please talk without shouting. Cotton. They were wearing cotton clothes. Okay. All right. इस समय में from the video that you saw, okay, they were all going to learn something from a senior guru, right? कहाँ पे जाते थे? What was that place called where they were going to learn?
Gurukul.
Gurukul. Good. They were going to learn in a Gurukul. Very good. Okay. One last question for the day. Okay. How were women treated in this time? Women का क्या position था?
Women lost their position.
What, Vihan?
Women lost their position.
Women lost their position. No. What was the position of women in this particular time?
Ma'am, very high position.
Very high position. They were given equal level of education, right? In this era, in this civilization, women were given equal level of education. Remember? Okay. इस era में जो king था, उसको क्या बोलते थे?
Papa.
Huh?
Sorry.
The king was called. What was the king called? King को क्या बोलते थे? Please don't say anything that comes to your mind. King को वेदा बोलेंगे क्या? Come on, please. You know, कुछ मस्ती चलता है, but जब serious सवाल पूछा जाता है, don't make such मस्ती. It's not nice. King को क्या बोलते थे?
Maharaj.
Rajan. Okay, the king was called Rajan. All
I mean,
right.
that's what somebody that Kavi Kalash was telling Maharaj. Rajan.
Rajan, yes. Okay. All right. Now, I want you all to do something like this. Chapter number 3, we have seen videos to try and understand the chapter. Okay. Now, what you have to do is read the whole chapter loudly. घर पे बैठो और जोर जोर से इस चैप्टर को पढ़ो. Page 30 to 34, 4 पेज ही है. Read the chapter loudly. You're going to understand. Next history class, next week, I'm going to ask questions. 10 marks ka class test, oral test.
When?
Okay?
Tomorrow?
Next class. No, next history class.
Next history class.
Okay? You're going to read the chapter. You're going to read the chapter number 3, page 30 to page 34. Okay? Next Tuesday, history class, oral test, 10 marks. Got it? समझ में आया कि नहीं? हाँ या ना? Okay.
Ma'am.
नहीं समझ में आया है तो अगले हिस्ट्री क्लास में पता चल ही जाएगा.
No ma'am, no ma'am. समझ आया.
All right. I am not going to remind you for the class test. You all are going to come prepared for the class test. Okay, understood? क्या है ये तनिष्का? मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ और तुम क्या कर रही हो? हाँ, मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, तुम क्या कर रही हो? नहीं, वो कोई बात नहीं, अगले क्लास टेस्ट के सेशन में पता चल जाएगा. Okay, चलो, everybody, take a couple of minutes break, come back for your next class.